Hello, New York. My name is Sam. I'm a senior product manager at Warby Parker on our e-commerce team, and I'm super jazzed to share today the story of how we built a virtual try-on this past year by launching and learning iteratively. So Warby Parker sells glasses, which means we have a really big problem that customers don't know how a frame will fit them. This is a really big problem for a product that sits on your face and that people see every single day the very first time they see you. This has actually been a big problem for Warby from day one. And if we're going to time travel back to 2010 when Warby Parker launched, we launched with this virtual try-on on our website. Believe it or not, this was state of the art at the time. You would have to upload a photo and position the glasses on your frame, on your face. And in 2015, we actually A/B tested having this feature on our site and saw that it decreased conversion, so we removed it. A/B tests are very valuable. But this continued to be a problem for our users, and so we tried to solve it in other ways, either through our home try-on program, where you could order 5 frames to your house and try them on for 5 days, or through our growing network of retail stores, where you could just pop in and see any pair of frames. Who here has ever been to one of our retail stores? You all look awesome today. But these are ultimately limited solutions. Home try-on, you can only order 5 frames at a time, and retail stores are only available in select cities. We really wanted to find a solution to help all of our users figure out what frames would fit them, which would require a digital solution. The need for a digital solution only grew as augmented reality really started to take off in the marketplace. And our users became really comfortable trying on anything on their face, from dog ears to unicorn horns to leprechaun hats. And they started to expect to be able to try on Warby Parker frames as well. But we weren't sure if we could build a virtual try-on. It's incredibly time-intensive and resource-intensive to build a tool that is realistic enough to help a user functionally figure out what frames would fit them and not just throw a bunch of really fun filters on their face. We weren't sure how we could build this iteratively. This all changed in 2017 when Apple released its new iPhone X with True Depth camera. This camera has depth perception, which enables you to really see how far away a face is. And we thought that this technology could help us iteratively learn how to help guide users through fit. So we launched our first iteration called Find Your Fit. This experience would scan your face and recommend frames that were best for you based on your facial measurements. This was intentionally not a virtual try-on, because we launched this 2 days after the new iPhone was released, just so we could start to learn as quickly as possible how our users were responding to fit messaging. And the learnings were crystal clear. Users appreciated guidance, but they wanted to try the frames on their face. This learning was golden, because this enabled us to validate our need to invest further in building out a full virtual try-on. So the team got at it. We leveraged the iPhone's new ARKit technology to build a proprietary placement algorithm that would realistically and accurately place any frame on a person. We tested this across a diverse set of users until we felt confident that every frame would fit every face for every single user. This enabled us to launch our second iteration, which we called Blueprint. While we had realistic placement, we hadn't yet touched getting realistic color, which is actually really hard and a totally separate problem. And we hypothesized that we wouldn't need to solve that problem to help guide our users through fit, because what they really wanted to know is if a frame would fit them. So this experience has 100% realistic placement, but just an outline or blueprint of the frame so you can focus on where the frame shape sits on your face. Again, we got crystal clear learnings from user testing. Customers need to see color. Turns out, against our hypothesis, you really can't separate out placement and color. But again, this was gold, because this really enabled us to validate our investment in going and getting every single color for our assortment. So the team went at it again. We invested in building out unique assets for every single woodland tortoise and jet black matte eclipse and polished silver and deep sea blue fade in our assortment, until we had a unique color across every metal, mixed material, and acetate frame. So meet Durand and Rosewater Crystal. One of these is a 3D model, and one of these is a high-resolution photograph. Who thinks this one is the 3D model? Who thinks this one is the 3D model? Yeah, I'm not sure. No, that one's the 3D model. But we got color so realistic that we were able to launch our third iteration, Virtual Try-On. This was the first virtual try-on in the market that enables users to dynamically use live video rather than just uploading a static video. It also has the most realistic placement and color. It is also the best virtual try-on on the market, according to the unbiased technology expert, my mother. But what was amazing about this was the user response. In user testing and App Store reviews, we saw that this was really helping our users find the frames that fit them, and we saw our conversion increase as a result. We also got exciting industry response, but the thing that's most exciting about users is that they always have more problems that they're looking to us to solve. And so we're continuing to iterate on how we can help guide our users through fit, whether through extending virtual try-on to work for sunglasses, helping users figure out what width they are, or creating an onboarding experience for our app where you swipe left and swipe right until you find the frame that's your perfect match. This one is a little too close to Tinder for my comfort. Ultimately, launching iteratively enabled us to build a virtual try-on that helped solve our users' problem around fit. By launching iteratively at each phase, we were able to validate the need to invest further in new technology until we could build the full experience and now continue to build for our customers. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any ideas for how we can improve our virtual try-on experience, how we can improve any of our shopping experiences at Warby, or if you just need some help getting some styling for some frames. Thank you.